So welcome again to the second travel version of Cooking and Wine for Lovers. And today we're coming to you from Sapphire Beach on the island of St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. And this is such an absolutely beautiful place. And we were looking around at restaurants. We went to a great place last night that actually had a really nice view as well, but we couldn't find many others that had a view like this. So cooking from home tonight is going to give us a view that we just cannot find at many other restaurants. And plus we're going to make some great food ourselves and have some great wine that we brought. So stay tuned. We'll be on our way to make another great dinner.
Hi, Melissa here, and welcome to Cooking and Wine for Lovers Experience number 9. Tonight's experience is very special as we are celebrating Kurt's birthday with Kurt's Coconut Curry Chicken with Red Zinfandel.
So, sweetie, I can't imagine a more perfect place. I mean, the background is just stunning. As much as we've been here this whole week, it just doesn't get old.
Absolutely.
So tonight's wine is a Red Zinfandel from California. And so tonight's meal has a little bit of spice to it with the curry powder, and it's Jamaican curry powder, which we'll talk about here in a second. But so we're going to have a Red Zinfandel from Rombauer, which is really one of our favorite wines. It's a really good Zinfandel. This one's maybe a little more pricey than some of the ones we've had. It's around $37, $38, depending where you buy it, but it is really, really yummy. So we're going to open this up. We don't have any of our fancy tools here since we're away, so we have to make do. But Melissa's going to open it, and then we're going to give it a try. Okay, so we have the wine opened. We're excited. We have our really cool travel machine that we also had in the Bahamas for our last video. Melissa's going to hook us up here with some wine. This is a really cool little machine, too. It aerates while it pours. And this is Zinfandel, which we know we don't have to really aerate, but we like fooling around with that, you know that.
But the nice thing about this machine is it's very light, that you can bring it on your travels and it won't take up much room in your suitcase.
No big deal in the suitcase. All right, you ready, babe?
Yep, so cheers, honey.
Cheers. Hey, man, happy birthday, right?
Yes, happy birthday!
All right, thank you, babe. This is a great place to be for that. All right, let's try it. That is a fabulously good red wine. All right, so we are now going to go cook dinner. All right, sweetie, so one of the really fun things about this whole thing is that you always dress nice, and of course I dress nice too, because I want to look good for you, but we always look good for each other, and that's part of the deal and part of the fun, and we're in a beautiful place, and once again you have a beautiful dress on, so tell us about this one.
So I wanted to do something special for your birthday, and this is one of my dresses that I've had for quite a few years. So what I did is when we were getting ready to travel, I thought, let's go in my closet and see what I haven't worn for a while. And this is what I chose, and I know that it's one of Kurt's favorites in the past, so I figured he'd enjoy seeing it again. So that's the dress for tonight. I just love it.
I absolutely do. It's always been one of my favorites for many years. You always look great, and you always get me excited. So I can't wait to make dinner and be able to look at you the whole time while I'm making dinner, which is the whole idea of what we're doing.
Honey, this is one of my absolute favorite meals, so tell us what the ingredients are for tonight.
Okay, so this is Kurt's Coconut Curry Chicken. We are in the Caribbean, so we figured we'd make something that's somewhat Caribbean-like, which, you know, Jamaican curry is a Caribbean thing. So we're starting here with, we have 4 medium carrots that I've sliced and cut. We have 2 medium Spanish onions, which I've diced. Then we have 2.5 tablespoons of Jamaican curry. We have 2 tablespoons of just regular flour. We have a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We have a tablespoon and a half of the usual Lawry's garlic salt. We have 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I cut in half. Then we're going to have a 1/4 cup of pineapple juice for the meal itself, and then we're going to use the rest in our rice. We have a can of coconut milk. We have a red delicious apple, which I'm going to cut later. You don't want to cut that too early because it'll brown if you don't use lemon juice, and we don't have any. And then I have a 1/2 cup of regular raisins and a 1/2 cup of golden raisins. We're going to use about a teaspoon of black pepper. And then we have some white rice. And you guys know I like my rice cooker, but since we're on vacation, that's something that's a little hard to bring. We're going to improvise here. And this Success rice in a bag is really not a bad alternative. Okay, sweetheart, I'm really excited to make this tonight. I think it's been, what, a couple years since we did it. So we're going to start this meal with our usual little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons or so in the bottom of a saute pan. We're going to set our heat to medium-high, and then we're going to take our chicken and put it in the pan. And then we're going to season our chicken with our Lawry's garlic salt. Nice and good over all of these. And then with our black pepper. And once again, about a teaspoon. This is all to taste, depending on how much pepper you like. We're going to let these cook. We're going to brown them on both sides, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, so if you take a look at the chicken here, we've got it browned on both sides. We're going to take that out of the pan. Make sure you put it on a different plate than you have the raw chicken for safety's sake. Okay, and then what we're going to do after this cools off a little bit, we're going to cut each piece into thirds. And then we're going to add a little more olive oil to the pan. So make sure things don't burn. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add all these onions. We're going to add these carrots. And we're going to saute these and mix them up. And then we're going to let them saute until they start to get soft. That's going to take about 10 or 15 minutes. So as soon as we get there, we will be back. Okay, so our onions and our carrots are cooking. They're sauteing. They're getting soft. And while they're cooking, we're going to do the next step, which is we're going to take a bowl. I've started with 1 tablespoon of hot water, and we're going to add some of our dry ingredients. We're going to add our 2 tablespoons of flour. We're going to add our teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And pepper, once again, as I've always said, is to taste. If you like spicy stuff, you can use it. If you don't, that's okay too. Now, this Jamaican curry is what makes the meal, so it's got a great flavor, we think. So we're going to mix that together, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add enough coconut milk to kind of make a paste. So mix it all together so it's kind of a pasty type thing, kind of like that, and kind of a very thick, soupy kind of thing. And we're going to hold that for right now until our onions are done, and then we'll go on to the next part. All right, so things are coming together. Our onions and our carrots are getting nice and soft. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our chicken, we're going to bring it back to the pan. I cut it into thirds, as you can see, just to make it sort of bite-sized, or not bite-sized, but servable pieces. Get them all back in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the coconut paste we made earlier. We're going to add the coconut paste to this mixture. Get all that beautiful, nice. Once again, I wish the internet had an aroma thing because this smells so, so good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ensure that all the chicken is coated with the curry paste. And after we do that, we're going to add the remainder of the can of coconut milk, less about a tablespoon. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to put it into our rice. So we have coconut curry rice along with the remainder of the can of pineapple juice. And then we're going to take our 2 different raisins, they're golden and regular raisins, put them in there. I'm going to put our 1/4 cup of pineapple juice in there. And we're going to add our cut up red delicious apples. And we're going to mix all that together. This is beautiful. This is very similar to things you can get in the Caribbean. Something I came up with based on some things I'd seen over the years in different places. And what we're going to do now is we're going to let our water for the rice boil, and we're basically just following the directions, although adding the pineapple and the coconut. And we're going to let this reduce down for about 20 to 30 minutes till everything's covered, and then we'll be ready to eat. All right, so it smells so good in here. The Jamaican curry is awesome. Melissa's going to plate this for us. It's been about 20 minutes, so we let the chicken and all that mixture cook. And the rice we made just according to the box directions, except you saw we added some coconut milk and some pineapple juice. So we have coconut pineapple rice. And we're just going to put about a spoonful on each plate. And then we're going to take some of the coconut curry chicken mixture with all its goodness and put it on top of the rice. It smells so good. Can't believe we waited.
I'm so excited.
And I can't believe we waited this long to make this again.
I know.
But it's a perfect place, a perfect dish for where we are.
And a perfect birthday dish.
This is true.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go eat. So take a look at this absolutely beautiful table, romantic, that my wife has set up. And it's even more special because it's my birthday. But honey, this is awesome.
Thank you, sweetheart. So, truth be known, I did bring a couple things from home. I brought some candlesticks and some of our little props from home. They didn't take up much room in the suitcase. And then I have this string of really cool lights that you just turn on, and it's just so worth it. You know, just a couple little minutes of extra preparation, and we got a beautiful setting for the night with a beautiful background. So happy birthday, sweetheart. I'm excited to celebrate it with you.
Thank you, babe. And it just shows the show. It doesn't really take all that much to make
Nope.
for a nice romantic evening together with just a little bit of effort.
Now
All right.
let's eat.
Let's eat.
So happy birthday, Kurt.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you for the lovely meal. I am so excited. I can't wait to taste it.
I know it's going to be good. So I know, guys, it's a little bit dark, but this is the best we could do under the circumstances. But the really cool thing about this is, first of all, you know, we spend the night together again.
Yep.
You know, just the two of us. And the cool thing here too is there is not a single. Okay, there's people playing volleyball on the beach. That's where the noise is coming from. So it's not quite as maybe as romantic, but it's really nice where we are.
Yeah.
But the really cool thing is that there is no place in St. Thomas at all where we can get this meal and have this view with palm trees and ocean.
Yes.
It's just so beautiful.
So it makes it extra special. So
No doubt. So, honey, what's our tagline?
the couple that cooks together stays together.
For sure. So thanks for coming along, guys. We're going to have
Cheers.
to try this meal. You want to give it a try, babe, and just see what you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Ah,
Oh, God.
little taste of heaven.
If you've never tried Jamaican curry before,
You need to try it.
it is awesome. Anyway, see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.